If you've been watching a lot of fat loss videos and still weren't able to lose fat, this video is going to change your life forever. Because I was in your shoes 7 years ago. In this video I'm gonna show you how I literally melted fat off my body without losing any muscle while getting stronger on all of my lifts, which is absolutely unheard of while trying to lose fat. 90% of you already know that you have to be in a caloric deficit in order to lose fat, yet you still struggle to lose fat. Why is that? The problem is not with your calorie deficit, the problem is in here. And today I'm gonna show you how you can completely reprogram your mind to lose fat effortlessly with ease. Alright, so let's say this is you. You're looking a bit chubby, a bit unhappy, a bit depressed because of how you look, because you can't take your shirt off in public, because nobody wants to look at your disgusting belly. So 95% out of all the actions that you took throughout your life led you to this point. So all the wrong food choices, all the excuses, the amounts of effort you've put in was all made by your subconscious mind. Because your subconscious mind makes 95% out of all of your decisions throughout the day. So 95% of the actions you took throughout your life led you to this exact moment. Alright, so how do we change this situation? How do we reprogram our subconscious mind? So first you need to realize that you are what you constantly think about. Alright? So if you think that you have bad genetics for fat loss, that you're not disciplined enough, that you're a fat and lazy piece of shit, and that you fall into your own temptations all of the time, this is exactly what you are. You are all of those things. All of those things affect your subconscious mind, which affects all of your actions. I think people actually underestimate their subconscious mind, because your subconscious mind literally powers up your body. It's what makes your blood pump through your heart. It's what makes your food digest in your stomach. It keeps you breathing when you're unaware and when you're unconscious, when you're asleep. Your subconscious mind is literally your powerhouse, okay? Now the problem is your subconscious mind works on your deep self beliefs. So when you believe all of those things, you start acting out exactly like the thing you believe in. And if you think, oh, I have willpower, no, you really only have like less than 5% of willpower. That's why all the bullshit advice out there doesn't work, okay? You have to focus on this. This is what actually will make the change. Let's actually write this down. Okay, so I want you to look at this. This is extremely important. So you're here and you actually want to make a change. You're tired of being here and you want to become an absolute Chad that is lean and attractive, happy, low-key narcissist, it's fine, gets all the hoes and is disciplined as fuck. That's who you truly want to be. Don't bullshit. This guy is just your goal, right? So how do we reprogram our stupid subconscious mind? Well, it's actually not stupid. It's extremely intelligent and clever, because it literally operates your entire body. Alright, this guy right here, this fucking Chad, thinks entirely different to you, okay? So instead of thinking, I have bad genetics for fat loss, he thinks, I have great genetics. Instead of thinking, I'm not disciplined enough, he thinks, I'm disciplined as fuck. Instead of thinking, I'm a fat and lazy piece of shit, he thinks, I track my food and workouts. Because he's not a fat and lazy piece of shit, and he thinks like that. Instead of thinking, I fall into my temptations, he thinks there are no temptations for me because I'm a fucking Chad. Let's break this down. His thought turns into his subconscious beliefs, and vice versa. His subconscious beliefs turns into thoughts. You can even put it this way. So subconscious beliefs turn into thoughts, thoughts turn into subconscious beliefs, and those subconscious beliefs turns into daily action. So because he thinks this way and his beliefs are strong as fuck, he naturally gets that discipline and willpower throughout the day from his subconscious beliefs. He doesn't need to use that 5% from his conscious mind to activate his willpower. His subconscious mind has that discipline and willpower, and that's what a lot of people fail to understand. He gives himself reason to keep going even if it gets hard. His focus shifts according to his goals. He gets satisfaction from all of this, from doing the hard work. It's extremely satisfying for him because that's how he thinks. This is his lifestyle, not being this fat, depressed, insecure and undisciplined piece of shit. He's a fucking chad. He can't think this way and he can't act this way, because if he thought and if he acted this way, he would look like this and not like this. So I'm not gonna lie guys, this one was me, okay? I was this exact person. I was where you are right now, probably because you're watching this video, and it was hard, man. You are basically stuck in a loop of thought, beliefs and action, okay? You're stuck in this shitty loop. To break out of this loop, you have to change your thoughts first, okay? Your thoughts change your beliefs, and your beliefs turn into daily action, and years of daily action will turn into this fucking giga chad, okay? Alright, so let's quickly recap this. Your thoughts makes your beliefs makes your actions, and your actions after years, let's say 5 years, makes your dream physique. This is the secret. Now the tricky part, how do we change our thoughts? How do we change our beliefs? How do we change our subconscious mind? How the fuck do we reprogram our subconscious mind? Well, now I'm gonna show you how exactly to do that, but pay attention. Alright, so in order to get from here to here, internal transformation is key. Alright, it all comes from the from the within. That word gets me every fucking time, man. So how to make this internal transformation? First thing first, you need to have an ideal physique in mind, and I did this by accident, okay? About 7 years ago, when I just started training, I discovered a dude by the name of David Lade. I stumbled upon some of his videos, some of his old YouTube videos. They were entertaining, but when I saw his physique, I was like, fuck, I want to look like that. I am going to look like that. This is my ideal physique. Nothing is gonna fucking stop me from getting there. You need to have something to strive for, something that you can imagine yourself having. So I literally imagined myself having David's physique. I know this sounds pretty gay, but yeah, like literally every single time I took a progress picture at the gym or at home, I would imagine how it feels to have this physique, to look like this. I'd imagine receiving compliments and getting funny reactions from people that I know. I'd imagine living with this physique, and I'd imagine how different my life would feel. And you have to do the same thing. I did this by complete accident, okay? I didn't know about this, and that what motivated the living shit out of me. It turned like basic motivation into pure fucking honest discipline. The key here is to know with every single cell of your body that you're going to get there. You're going to have this physique, and that's what plants that seed of I'm going to do whatever it takes to achieve this physique, to look like this. I did this every single day, and let me tell you, man, time fucking flies. After 7 years of consistent training, I managed to get close enough to David's physique naturally, okay? Because let's be real, David probably took some shit to look how he did in his prime. This is proof that you don't need any fucking steroids, okay? You just need to change your internal beliefs, your subconscious mind, and to have patience. Because let's be fucking real for a second, I didn't have the best genetics. I probably started from a worse starting point compared to other people. I started fat as fuck, I started obese, and I had no self-discipline. Okay, so once we have this thing locked in, we move on to the second thing, which is to change your subconscious thought patterns, okay? This is those stuff. I have bad genetics for fat loss, I'm not disciplined enough, I'm fat and lazy. This is fucking disgusting, man. Don't ever think like that again, alright? You have to start thinking like this. I have great genetics. I am disciplined. I track my food and workouts. There are no temptations for me, okay? You have to think like this in order to turn into this. Even if you still look like this, because you are what you think about constantly, okay? Your thoughts turn into your beliefs, and your beliefs turn into your actions, and 5 years later, you have your dream physique. So there are a few techniques you can do to change your subconscious thought patterns, okay? The first one is affirmations. Now, the reason why affirmations are so effective, especially when you do them before sleep, when you're about to fall asleep, is because you are what you say you are. This will force you into thinking like this. For example, this is a great affirmation. This is a great example for an affirmation. I have great genetics. You read it out loud before you go to sleep, and this will force you to think that way. You just need to put in the repetition night after night. Keep telling yourself, I'm disciplined as fuck, I have great genetics, I look fucking amazing, I track my food and workouts every single day. And the key here is to imagine yourself like that. Imagine yourself that you have great genetics while you say, I have great genetics. Imagine yourself that you actually have great genetics. Under all of that disgusting fat, you have an amazing body. When you say I'm disciplined, imagine yourself doing disciplined actions from the past. When you say I track my food and workouts, imagine yourself doing that. Imagine yourself logging your food into the calorie tracking app, and imagine putting all your efforts into your workout, going to failure, tracking your reps and sets. And when you say there are no temptations for me, there are literally no temptations for you. So this is a great example for the affirmations, and your affirmations will turn into your thoughts. This is a very cool way to force yourself to think into something. And the reason you want to do it before bed when you're drowsy as fuck, because the gate for your subconscious mind is literally open when you're in that half awake, half asleep state. That's why it's fucking horrible to go to sleep while watching TikToks, okay? Don't do that shit. So you have to do those every day. Every day, do affirmations 10 minutes before falling asleep. So the second thing we have here is a mental diet. So a mental diet is literally try to think of playing Tinder with your thoughts, okay? You either swipe left or you either swipe right. So if you have these thoughts right here, for example, I am not disciplined enough, you swipe left. You ignore that thought. You become aware of it and you just let it fade away. Let it fuck off. You don't need a thought. That thought is not you. And when you think I'm disciplined as fuck, you swipe right. You keep thinking that way. So you want to basically filter out all of those shitty thoughts. You want to become aware of them and you want to let them fuck off. You don't need them. Why this is important? Because you are what you constantly think about. So yeah, it's probably gonna be beneficial to be aware of what you think about. And a good way to reflect on your day and to see which actions did you take, what thoughts did you think that day, is by journaling. For me, for example, before I do my affirmations, because the affirmations are the last thing I do journaling. With journaling, I'm able to reflect on my daily actions. So, for example, if I failed to track my calories, I didn't track all my calories, I know I had to track my calories because I'm on a diet, I want to lose fat, and I still didn't do that. I reflect and I recognize this mistake by just journaling. And for those of you that don't know what journaling is, it's literally just writing every single thought that pops into your brain. What I'm talking about is reflection journaling, so you just basically write what went right and what went wrong throughout your day. And so with this, you'll be easily able to realize what are you doing wrong and what are you doing right, and you get rid of all the bad things because they are what keeping you in this miserable state. You don't want to stay here, right? You want to be this. I found this to be the fastest way to changing your subconscious thought patterns, and I really wish I knew this earlier, because I discovered all of this only this year and I started doing this. And man, if I did this like 7 years ago with all of my goals, I would be a fucking millionaire, bro. Those two are literally 80% out of the internet transformation. This is like 20%. This will definitely help you with your fat loss, to gaslight yourself into delayed gratification. So what do I mean by that? So every time you think about cheating on your diet and binge eating shit like fucking donuts or chocolate, then literally just imagine how it would feel if you fail to achieve your dream body, okay? You will reverse your progress and you will turn into this schmuck again. So let's say, for example, you locked eyes with this juicy fucking donut and you have the urge to eat it. Your lizard brain kicks in, you get all emotional and shit, and it feels like this donut is literally screaming at your face, "Eat me, motherfucker, eat me." And so you get like spooked and you're like, oh, what do I do? I have no choice, I need to eat this donut. And now most likely you're going to eat it and you're going to keep looking like this. Not so ideal, right? So the only way to fight this is by putting some logic on the table. Alright, so you have to ask yourself the question, how it would feel if I fail, if I eat this donut and if I fail. This will force you to imagine what would happen in the long term, okay? This is you in the long term if you're going to keep eating this donut when it screams at you, "Eat me," and you just react to it like an emotional bitch. So you have to put some logic on the table, and this will come naturally with time. The more you do it, the more it would feel like a natural thing. When you put some logic on the table, right, this gives you back that mindset of suffer now. Fuck, what the fuck is happening? Suffer now to achieve incredible things later. This is delayed gratification, and this is probably the most important concept that you need to know about going from this into this. Suffer now to achieve incredible things later. Alright, so this, my beautiful people, is what every other YouTuber fails to explain you and teach you, because they don't know this shit. They are too fucking dumb to explain this type of stuff. Now, I'm not saying I'm smart, but perhaps I'm smarter than most of the fitness gurus out there. I sounded like such a fucking nerd, bro. Anyways, this is the thing that will finally help you lose fat. This is what you've been looking for. Now, this is only the first half of the pie, okay? The second half of the pie is habits and strategies, and this will come in the second part. So subscribe for part 2. I will share every single habit, every single strategy that I did to go from this fat fucking blob into this somewhat good looking, lean and attractive, happy. Anyways, you get my point. This will help you even more, so I highly encourage you to stay tuned for the second part. Thank you for watching. If you found this stuff extremely interesting, you will probably find our private group Improvement Club even more interesting, because there are even more crazier stuff in there, and sometimes I even talk there about stuff I can't talk here and disclose here because it probably would get me banned. So join our private community, learn more stuff like this, meet our homies. It's been a pleasure talking to you, and I will catch you in the next part, habits and strategies. But don't forget to wake the fuck up.